Hey, this is Joel from BlankTV. We are here with Andy.
Biersack from Black Veil Brides.
So you've got that updated information, all right, all you kids? First and foremost, before we go into the questions, because we have a million of them, we want to congratulate you guys on being nominated for the Revolver Golden Gods Best Band of 2010. Voting is now. You can go to revolver.com. I'll edit in the URL. It's on April 20th at the Nokia Theater in Los Angeles.
Yes, and if we don't win, it's rigged.
I voted for you guys in Guar today.
Fantastic.
Awesome. So congrats on that.
Thank you.
That's really cool. Well, it's good to see you again.
Good to see you again,
Definitely,
man.
definitely.
Nice to have you on. It's a different bus, but it's still a bus nonetheless.
It's a little bigger than the other one.
It's a little bigger. We're moving on up. More buses. Next time we'll have 3 buses that we can separate.
AP tour.
Yes.
How's it going?
The AP tour is fantastic.
Yeah.
We're probably about a week in. I mean, I get to, Matt Good and Drugs is one of my favorite people in the world, so getting to tour with him every day is cool. And, for us, touring the States is always a great thing because, obviously we're a band that started in Los Angeles and we've sort of branched out from there, but we've now gone, across the border and been to different areas in England and Japan and these other places. And as much as I love those places and love touring there, it's always great to come home and see our original sort of people that knew who we were.
The cover, the AP shot, was that photoshopped in, or was all of you posing together?
No, it was. Do you mean the cover, like the
cover of AP?
The singer's cover.
Yeah, the singer.
Oh, that was photoshopped in. Some of us were posing together, but the funny thing about the singer's cover is that I look like the craziest dude at that party. Like, there was just all these regular people hanging out, and then somebody invited the weird, like, ghoulie dude to hang out. I've got my skeleton gloves on and everything. It's like, I show people that, and I'm just like, normal people, and here's this guy. I definitely, it's interesting, though, because, I mean, sort of us with the distinction between our look and other bands, that was a very clear distinction, but, I mean, all those dudes are fine. Like, they're all cool guys, and for what it's worth, they all seem very nice, and having met them, and we've only been on this tour for like a week, but having met them, they all seem like great guys. But nonetheless, I think that our band stands out in the context of that world a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Good camaraderie, though, huh?
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. Everybody's fine.
What's the story with the Caroline video? When's it gonna happen?
The Caroline video is sort of an interesting thing because we. Obviously, we are with a major label now. We were previously with an independent label, and that the video for Carolyn would have been on an independent label. The unfortunate thing about that is, and also the fortunate thing for us, is that when we were expecting to make the Carolyn video, we actually started recording our second album. And so now that we're pretty much full-fledged, like completely into the second album, and actually in a day and a half we're shooting the first video for the first major label album, we took the contest winner from the Carolyn video, and she's going to be in the Fallen Angels video, which is our first video off of the new record. So the song is called Fallen Angels, and we're very happy about that song. And I mean, it's unfortunate that we couldn't get it done, but label politics and everything being what they were, and then us just in terms of like being full mindset into the second record, we really wanted it to make something that represented our new album, as opposed to going back in time and doing a video for a record that we did last year. So I mean, we're sad that we couldn't make a video for Carolyn, but by the same token, I think that song meant a lot to a lot of people, and hopefully, they can understand, our audience can understand that it was never our intention to rip anybody off or make it seem like we were making a video that we didn't make. Mm-hmm. Just that time sort of changed and things moved quicker than we thought that they would, and now we're in a situation where this new video is going to be everything that we wanted to make the Carolyn video, plus everything that much more. So.
Virgin Records. That's the label?
No, it's Universal Republic.
Oh, Universal Republic, okay. Yeah. And before that was...
cut this short,
huh? I know, they like us fine. And that was Neil's label before that.
Standby was
Standby.
Yeah.
Standby.
And we're still on good terms with Standby and everything. Yeah. It's great. We just, as a band, we sort of grew pretty quickly because of our fans and because of the sort of dedication of our fan base. We were able to branch off and reach major label people, and for us we were obviously hesitant at first to side with something that we didn't necessarily know if they would understand what we were, but having met with a few major labels and then meeting with Jason Flom at Universal Republic and Lava, he really understood what the band was and knew what we wanted to do and what we wanted the second record to be, and didn't really make us we never had to change. Nothing about the band had to change. There was no, you always hear these horror stories about label notes and people making bands into something that they don't want to be because they're on a major label now or what have you. But for us, it was really completely smooth, and like I said, still on good terms with our indie. It's just that now we've sort of moved on and we're ready to unleash the second record and on a situation that we couldn't be more comfortable with. We are incredibly happy with Universal Republic Lava, and we have a good time, and no one ever has really, forced us to do something that we didn't want to do, and we were able to make the second record on our own terms and have fun in the studio by ourselves without, A&R people there and telling us you got to do this and you got to do that, without trying to make, but whatever Black Veil Brides is, they believed that it was palatable to a major audience without having to change it in a way that would change what the dynamic of the band was initially.
Do you want to
Smith, I want to get the Mike McColgan story again. Although we could get it from the archives, but maybe hearing it again now that we're shooting in 1080 HD. I didn't know he's always recording. This kid never hits pause. Okay, well, what the hell? Do you have a Mike McColgan story that we'd like to share with our YouTube
I suppose
viewers?
I do. I mean, obviously, the cameraman right now is wearing a Street Dog shirt, so that's what sort of brought this up. And I talked about this with you before, but Street Dogs is one of my favorite bands of all time, and I've been a huge fan since Savin Hill, and I was a huge fan, and they opened up for Social Distortion in, I don't know, whenever Sex, Love, and Rock and Roll came out, that tour to support that. And I went to that show, and being that I've always sort of been theatrical in my appearance, and I had my makeup and my devil lock and everything there, and I all I wanted to do was meet Street Dogs, and I was a very young kid at the time, and I got to walk up in line and meet Street Dogs, and one of the things that actually inspired me to make sure that we were always close to our fans was it's nothing against him. Everybody has a bad day, and I understand it. Like, we're on the road all the time. Maybe we're not always 100% nice, but I've never really had such a negative experience with the band as I did in having met him. And it's nothing against him, and I hope, they're playing Warped Tour. I hope I get to meet him, and hopefully, I can say, I'm a big fan of your music, because I still am and always will be. But it was kind of a pivotal point to me to learn that if you go see a show and a band is rude to you, regardless of how tired or sick they are on the road, because now touring, I understand how difficult it can be, but I know how much that affected me, and how him being negative to me as a fan and not really wanting to talk to me, how much that made me want to hopefully make a better situation for our fans. And that being said, I mean, whatever. It's the Street Dogs are awesome, and the early Dropkick records are awesome, and I'll always love that stuff. But maybe next time, Mike, maybe we can become friends.
Here will be my impersonation. Andy, this is Mike. Listen, I want to apologize for last time. You got to understand, it was a long time ago. I may not have been having the best day, and we had some union problems. But
union problem.
How's your mother?
Yeah, follow up with that. Okay, well, listen. We got to jump into some questions here. We've got. Let's see.
Tell them the 800 questions. Want to know if you'll call them for their birthday.
Oh, fuck yeah! Everyone wants to
know if you'll date a fan.
Will you sing "Happy Birthday" to me? I mean, what the fuck? Every fifth.
It's funny, the happy birthday thing, because usually when I'm asked that after a show, I am incredibly tired and my voice is shot, and I feel terrible that I can't. I would love to sing happy birthday to everyone, but you'd be surprised how many people's birthday it is every single day of the year. I didn't know that there was a birthday every day for 56 million people. So, but hey, if it's your birthday, I apologize. I would love to sing for you.
Just say right now, happy birthday to all of you.
Exactly. Happy birthday to all of you, and I apologize for not singing happy birthday to everyone all the time, but hopefully next time. Yeah, it's now I'll do it. I'll just say happy birthday, and you know what I'll do? I'll sing a show for you when you come to our shows on your birthday. How about that? I'll sing some of our songs. You can pretend that the cadence is to happy birthday.
We got a girl named Kelly Korn, and she wants to make a hearse. She wants to buy a hearse and make it a Black Veil Bride's hearse.
I love
inside and outside. She's wondering if there's going to be a copyright issue, and if she's going to get in trouble.
No, you would not get in trouble. Only if I get to ride in it, though. If you give me a ride, that's all I'm looking for. Okay. If I can just get a ride in that hearse, that's all I want.
Andy, what color would you never wear?
God, I don't know. I don't really think about that. I mean, it seems like my default thing sort of seems to be black, but I just enjoy that. It's not. I don't go through a wardrobe of different colors and go, no, I'm never going to wear that. Maybe anything. I don't know. If I like it, I'll wear anything. I just happen to seemingly seem to side with black most days.
Sure.
That's well, you don't actually know this, but without the black, I'm 900 pounds. When I wear the black, I'm seemingly thin, but without 950 pounds.
That should bring up the no laughter rule.
Oh, yeah. Olivia Harris wants to know, what's your favorite sex position?
He doesn't have to answer that.
Okay.
It's a terrible question.
That is a terrible question.
It's just intrusive.
It's incredibly intrusive.
Okay, good. That's what we wanted to get.
All right,
That's
all right.
response.
The intrusiveness of the sexual position question.
Where did you get your Batman tattoo? That one comes from a gal from Galway, Ireland.
All my Batman tattoos, except for one, I have three Batman tattoos. One came from Johnny in Get Scared, and the other two came from Mike at Trinity Tattoos in Hamilton, Ohio. So go to Mike if you want a Batman tattoo or any kind of tattoo. Trinity Tattoo.
Okay, this is from Sophie Deegan from England. Who is the most mature and who is the most immature person in your band right now?
I mean,
Is that intrusive
No,
too?
it's
I
not.
sure hope so.
I don't know. I think we're all
We're just in the middle of a tour.
we're all equally both.
Ask
I
him on
think
the last day.
at all times, I think we're equally both the most mature and immature. I think we all have our moments. I think at all times, one of us is the voice of reason and the complete crazy ass. So.
Shannon from New Zealand. This is a general one, but I don't think we asked this last time. What's one of the craziest things a girl or a female fan has done to get your attention?
Jeez, I don't even know. Everything they do is wonderful, though. Keep it up. Keep doing it, because it's just great. It's great. It's great seeing female, male, anything, like anybody that, obviously, I guess not male in a sexual sense for me, but in terms of just people wanting to pay attention to the band or get our attention, it's fucking great. It's amazing. Yeah, but I will say this. The panties and bra thing is always interesting. Because if nothing else, it makes a wonderful decoration for our microphone stands. But I mean, I guess that's not really an attention grabber, but I mean, it is what it is, so it's much appreciated. Anything you want to throw, you can throw teeth on the stage, I don't care. Bottles of piss, whatever you think is most appropriate.
You're covering your whole head with the mic sometimes.
Oh, okay.
It's a little lower into here.
Here's Grace from Honduras wants to know if you can make a tutorial video so kids can know how to paint themselves like you guys.
Man, I think we did. Our Perfect Weapon video pretty much shows you all the steps. You just
Good
watch the beginning of that video and you'll see all the steps on how to do that. Maybe one day we'll make a music video that's just us getting ready for 3.5 minutes, just us getting ready, how we do it. It'd be the most boring music video in the history of time.
We could do a distro deal with MVD on that one. I'm looking for the dinosaur one.
We're looking for
Should I ask about the laughing one? Did you see
No,
the
and I
last
have a
interview?
question too.
Okay, go. Chris Grimley, go ahead.
Chris Grimley.
Chris Grimley.
He posted that he's doing a new t-shirt for you guys. He's one of my favorite artists.
Okay. Yes.
And I was just wondering how that came about. Like, are you guys fans of his, or is he a fan of yours?
We're huge fans of his. He's friends.
Awesome.
He's friends with our manager, and we were looking for obviously artists that could sort of do something cool with our new record and make some cool art. And he was one of the first people that came to mind. So yeah, obviously being like a huge horror punk fan and horror art in general, like one of the first people you think of. So.
Did we ask you what some of your favorite horror films were last time we met?
I think we did. Yeah. You've got that archive. You want me to say it again?
Yeah, sure. I've just been in a horror movie role.
You're in a horror movie.
Yeah.
What are your favorite horror movies?
Oh Jesus! You know what? I've got a favorite. It's
Anything with creepy satanic babies.
Really? Are you into the creepy kid kick? Is that
no,
like
not,
Omen style or like?
the original stuff. I like
Okay,
the original
yeah.
Omen, but there's a film from 1983 called Alone in the Dark, which is still one of my personal favorites. It's a great slasher film with Jack Palance, with the guy Murdoch, who was the crazy chopper pilot in the A-Team, and Donald Pleasance. It was everyone fresh from the Halloween role, and they're all crazy guys. Martin Landau is a preacher who lights churches on
Is this
fire.
just a movie full of old men?
No, back then it wasn't.
Donald Pleasance was always an old man. I think he
Yeah,
was born
yeah.
an old man.
But 1983, New Line Cinema, it's great.
I'm
It's
almost
great.
certain that he walked out of the womb an old man.
I recommend that one though. Alone in the Dark,
By all means,
1983
I'll check
one.
it out.
Yeah, that's a fun one. We had an Please, please.
Just curious if you saw the last interview.
I did.
Anytime you said something funny and I laughed,
Hey.
we got 10,000 hate comments. They're like, "How dare you laugh at the glory of Andy?" And I'm like, he was making a joke. I'm like, listen to the interview.
It's all right.
And
It's all right.
no, we just took it on the shorts, and I'm like, he's
Because the
saying
camera
it
would
was funny.
shake and you hear Smitty in the background. Last question. There's a girl from England. She wants to know, would you rather be a dinosaur or a Pokemon?
A dinosaur or a Pokemon?
Dinosaurs are dead.
Pokemon are dead too. So let's think here. I honestly would have to side with the era of like dinosaur because that's a legitimate thing. I mean that existed. I prefer to exist than not exist. The difficulty I have with Pokemon is that, I mean, A, I was never really a big fan of it when it was popular, and B, maybe because I think the main reason that I wasn't a fan of Pokemon is because I didn't have any friends, and I think Pokemon was like a friend thing, like you had to play the game with your friends and stuff, and being that I was probably far too miserable and by myself, brooding, that I didn't have enough friends to talk about it with. But dinosaurs are sort of, when you're a little kid, you go to the history museum and you see the dinosaur bones and all that stuff. I've always been a big fan of bones, so we'll go with dinosaurs.
Okay,
Dinosaurs work.
good answer. Can we
For
get one
you,
more shout out?
dinosaurs.
Can we get one more shout out from you? Just like watching Blank TV, dangerous music for dangerous people.
Yes, and then I can be told that I'm not dangerous by all the Up the Punks
Oh
kids.
yeah, get ready for that again.
What's up? It's Andy Biersack from Oh wow! How can I not say my own band name? Hey, what's up? It's Andy Biersack from Black Phillip Rides, and you are watching Blank TV. Dangerous music for dangerous people.